Okay, fine. So I think we are good to go. Okay, uh, great. So now, today I have some interesting thing to show in the beginning of the class itself, so that we set our strategy correct in the beginning itself. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen. So on your screen, you can see some trees. Okay, I'm just random trees. I've just taken forest trees. Okay, so some different types of forests. Okay, some evergreen forest. Of how many of you have been to trekking, like proper, stayed in the forest itself the whole night? Okay, wherever, where Kodachadri or somewhere, I don't know if you have been to Chikmagalur. Okay, so you can select the S icon. Okay, if you have been to some trekking, if you have been to some trekking, like proper trekking, okay, where you stayed the whole night in the forest, okay, so in the tent and all this. Okay, so how many of you been? You can just click on S. Okay, so some of you been for some crazy adventures. Okay, so fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to show you today something called a bamboo tree. Okay, so I believe all of you know bamboo. Okay, and some of you might have seen bamboo tree. Okay, so just today's class I just want to show some interesting facts. Okay, so regarding this crazy bamboo trees. Okay, I think for some of you might have told this story, but again, so I'm gonna tell you the story regarding this bamboo tree again. Okay, it's one of my favorite motivational story regarding bamboo tree. Okay, can somebody tell me what is the height? Okay, so what is the usual, or like generally, okay, how tall can it grow? Usual height of bamboo tree. Okay, what will be its height? Average you can tell. Okay, some of you are telling me answers. Okay, so Namrata, Samarth, okay, Naman, Shivkumar. Okay, fine. So, okay, some of you are correct. Okay, so others are just, you have to tell the units also. You can't simply tell 10. What should I think? 10 centimeter, 10 millimeter, 10 kilometer. Okay, you should specify the units also. I told you that the units are very important. Okay, fine. So, some of you are correct. Okay, most of you are just chuma guessing. Okay, fine. So, let us just actually see the general, okay, or the average height a bamboo tree can grow. Okay, so in the form of this wonderful video. Okay, so I'm just going to change the settings so that you can hear the audio also. Okay, so on your screen you can see the question, that is how long does it take for the bamboo tree to grow? Can you please type the answer? And then I'll continue the video. Okay, Vinayak says 6 weeks. I know there's an echo. Please cooperate. It will go away. Don't worry. Okay, some of you are just typing. Okay, so it's fine. So I'll show the video. Okay, so as you saw in the video, okay, so there was some critical information that we need to have to think about. Okay, the first thing, so the farmer, as you saw, has to keep on watering the plant. Okay, watering the plant for the first initial 5 years. Okay, and then in the next 6 weeks or something, okay, so it suddenly shoots up and starts to grow rapidly. Okay, and it can attain a feet of almost a height of almost 80 feet. Okay, so that is what we saw. Okay, so in the video, so now you see the initial effort put by the farmer, that is the first 5 years, without seeing any actual growth. Okay, but still this farmer did not give up. Okay, so did not give up, because you see, an essential attribute for success, okay, one of the essential attribute for success is patience. Okay, you got to have patience, at least little bit. If you do not have patience, then things will not be fine. Okay, so you have to have patience. Okay, the reason why I showed this in the beginning is we're gonna make some drastic change. Okay, so in class settings. Okay, because I have observed that many of you, most of you, okay, whoever is there, are ending up so much of time sending me chat. Okay, so you just keep on sending me chats, and my toolbox over here, my chat box is completely filled with chat. For every minute the chats are more than 50 to 60. You think I am here to teach you or to sit and chat with you? What do you think I am doing? Okay, so I should be super focused on teaching, not chatting with you. Okay, of course I understand you have doubts. Okay, but just think for a second. When you are in the school, in the actual class, do you keep raising your hand, teacher doubt, teacher doubt, teacher doubt, teacher doubt, before even teacher finishes teaching? Do you actually do that? You will shut up and sit in your class, okay, till the teacher finishes teaching, and then you're going to ask doubt. Why can't we do the same thing? Okay, so from henceforth, what I'm going to do is that you guys are distracting yourself and not at all focusing on what I'm teaching. I want you to first of all concentrate and focus. Okay, focus on what I am teaching. Okay, not typing. Okay, not typing. You are not here to type and send me the doubts. You really have doubts now. See, I am also available after the class. The next 24 hours after the class, I'm all yours. Why can't you send me in chats, in WhatsApp? Okay, not during the class. After the class, you can send. No, there are some really good students. I will show. They will seriously send me doubts after the class. Okay, so not too much, like one or two of you genuine doubts. Okay, so not like most of you sitting and chatting, typing here. So here onwards, okay, so I'm going to change the setting of the chat. Okay, so chat, I am disabling the chat. Okay, so no chat at all. Only focus on teaching. Okay, focus. Okay, and I will give you 15 minutes doubt. Okay, doubt time. That time you send doubts. Yeah, I will unmute you. You can talk and ask me doubts, but not during the class. Shut up and focus on what I'm teaching. Okay, so have patience. Half of you don't even know the simple things that I'm teaching, and later on you again and again ask the same repeated doubts. Why? Because you were busy texting me, or you're busy chatting, not focusing on what I'm teaching. Okay, so henceforth I have taken this decision. When I'm teaching, no chat. Okay, when I'm teaching, no chat. As you can see, when I'm teaching, no chat. What you should do, focus on what I am telling, what I'm teaching. And then the last 15 minutes, okay, when is this gonna be? This will be after 5:15 p.m. After 5:15 p.m. I will open the chat. Okay, so I will open the chat. At that time, you send me whatever doubts you have, okay, regarding the topic or whatever comes to your mind. Okay, so but till then, listen to what I'm teaching. I hope it is good enough. Okay, so with this strategy, let us start today's class. Okay, so here onwards, till I complete the topic, no chat, nothing. Okay, so just listen to what I am teaching. Do not distract yourself and do not distract me also. I want to be engaged on teaching properly, 100% focus on teaching, not seeing your chat. I can't do those things, especially when the chat is bloody 50, 60 chats per minute or something. You just keep on texting. I don't understand why. Okay, so hence, let us do the following. Okay, no chat, only teaching. After 5:15, when I complete the topic, then chat. Okay, so if you agree by this rule, click on S. Click on S icon if you agree this rule. If you think what I'm doing is wrong, you are free to click on no. Okay, so I can have a healthy conversation with you after the class. Okay, so whoever is agreeing to this, you can click on S. Whoever is not agreeing, we can have a discussion. I don't mind. Okay, everybody has freedom, including you and me. Okay, fine. So let us continue with this new strategy. Okay, fine. So yesterday's class, so remember we were doing the graphs. Okay, so the first thing, the distance time graph. So open your eyes and see carefully. Distance time graph. Okay, so these are all distance time graph. The displacement time graph is just gonna be similar to your distance time graph itself. Okay, I told you yesterday also, distance time graph and displacement time graph are almost similar. There is a slight variation. When we solve numericals today itself, I'm going to solve some numericals. That time we'll get to know. Okay, have made you write the notes and everything. Okay, this is distance time graph. Okay, so see carefully all the three varieties. Okay, so this is our variety number one, uniform motion. Okay, you see uniform motion. What do you mean by uniform motion? Uniform means same. Okay, uniform means same. In this uniform motion, we have what? Same speed. Speed is same. Okay, speed is not changing. Speed is same. In uniform motion, speed is same. Okay, hence your graph looks like this straight line graph. In non-uniform motion, speed is not same. Okay, speed is not same. I'm going to write in red color pen. Okay, watch carefully. Okay, different speed. Okay, different speed. The speed is changing. Hence, you get a graph of any shape. Okay, so this is a graph of any shape. I'm going to write it over here. It can be any shape other than the straight line. Okay, not like the first one, it can be of any shape. Keep that in your mind. And when the object is at rest, okay, when the object is at rest, okay, so what will happen is that the graph will be parallel to the x-axis. Okay, like this. Okay, the graph will be parallel to the x-axis. So in distance time graph, okay, you look carefully, there are only 3 things you need to remember. Okay, if you cannot remember, you make a chart of this and stick it on your wall. Okay, stick it on your wall so that every day you see and you remember. Okay, so this is distance time graph. The same thing goes with displacement also, with some minute changes. That's all. Okay, but the most important one is what we learned yesterday. Okay, so that is the VT graph. Okay, VT graph, this one. Okay, this is the VT graph. Okay, so watch carefully. In the velocity time graph or VT graph, the first graph, as you can see, I am using the red color. Okay, the first, I'm underlining something. The first graph, okay, indicates your uniform motion, and I put in the green color box also. Now I'm making it red color. Okay, you see, this is the most important one. They will always ask this box, what I have put a red color line, and the distance time graph. You see this one, the box. Just do not get confused between two. When distance time graph, the graph will go like this, straight line. Whereas in velocity time graph, you can see it is straight line. Why? Because we just now studied uniform motion, means same speed, okay, or same velocity in this context. Okay, in this context, same velocity. Velocity is not changing. Hence, that is why this straight line parallel to x-axis. Aste, simple man. That's what you should remember. Okay, and the second graph, what you have is uniform acceleration. See, again I'm telling you, uniform means same or constant. Okay, same or constant acceleration. Hence the graph looks like this straight line. Okay, straight line, increasing slope. Okay, this is increasing upwards, and hence we call that as positive acceleration. Positive acceleration. If the same thing is coming down, like this. Okay, so hence we call that as negative acceleration. Negative acceleration. When does this happen? When you apply brakes. You're going in vehicle, you apply brakes. Okay, so that time the velocity reduces. Okay, so at that time this is gonna happen. Okay, so hence this is our uniform acceleration, but negative. Okay, negative. If it is of non-uniform, no. So I will tell you what happens for non-uniform. Okay, so VT graph for non-uniform, it can be of any shape. Okay, so random any shape works out. Okay, so I'm going to just do it. This is t is on the time is on the x-axis, velocity is on the y-axis. Okay, so any random shape you can do. Okay, so this is for non-uniform acceleration. Okay, so non-uniform means different or varying or changing acceleration. Okay, that's all, man. That's all. Life is very simple. In velocity time graph, in velocity time graph, remember four types. Remember four types. Okay, what are those four types? What are those four types? First type, uniform motion. Okay, second type, uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration, in which you have two positive. One is positive case, positive acceleration, and another is negative acceleration. And then you just have the last one. Okay, so that is non-uniform acceleration. Non-uniform acceleration. That's all. Okay, you just have to remember this four types. Okay, so you can see over here the four types. If you cannot remember, take a photo. Take a photo or take a screenshot, or after the class you do it on a chart paper and stick it on the wall so that you will never forget, even in your dreams also. Okay, so just carefully observe. It's like pretty simple. Fine. So this is our nature of VT graph of 3 plus 1, 4 types. Okay, that's all. So uniform motion, uniform acceleration, positive uniform acceleration, and then negative acceleration, and last we have non-uniform acceleration. This is it. Okay, regarding VT graph. And the other day we did about the distance time graph. Okay, so which was having like this, only three: uniform motion, non-uniform motion, and at rest. Okay, so only these are the things that you should remember. Okay, fine. So 4 graph plus 3 graph, 7 graphs. You just remember the shapes. Remember the shapes. That's all. Okay, so now let us see some questions based on this, so that we will know whether you guys are understanding or not. See, at any point of time you do not understand. Okay, so I'm again repeating. After the class, you have my number in the WhatsApp group. Just let me know. I'm ready to help you at any point of time. The thing is, you need to ask. Okay, I will not get in my dreams that so and so person did not understand. Okay, so you have a doubt, you want me to clarify something, just let me know after the class. After the class, that's all. Okay, not during the class. During the class, let me teach. Afterwards, I'll give you chance. That time you speak. Okay, cool. So I have one worksheet. Okay, so I hope today I want to show you something. Okay, so uh, those who have registered, okay, that means those who have taken admission for the online batch or are already part of Avanti Center batch. If you have logged in, okay, so you might have received a mail like this. Okay, so now we are transferring everything to the official system. Okay, that is Avanti Learning Management System. Whatever you want, everything you can find over there. Okay, so all my notes, everything I'm going to upload there only. I cannot send it personally to your WhatsApp or something else. Not happening. I don't have that rights to do that. Okay, I have to upload to my LMS system, and there only you can access whatever you want. You can take all these previous notes of 2 weeks or whatever is there, the Avanti module, the worksheets. I can just show you the photo which I'm going to use for today's class. But if you want the entire worksheet of everything, advanced questions, easy questions, previous year questions, practice questions, whatever you want, everything in the LMS itself. How to use and how to download all those things, you will get to know once you receive a message, mail, sorry, not message, mail. Once you receive an email like this. Okay, cool. So those who have registered, those who have taken admission, for them. Others, you please contact the relevant person. Not me, man, not me. I am a teacher. My job is to teach. That's all. Other enquiries, you call the other number. You can see it on the screen. They will divert, or Giant sir's number. Okay, so that I'll put it in the group if you want. Okay, cool. So now today, whatever we had learned based on graph, let us try to solve some questions. Okay, so let us start with the first question. Okay, that is, what is the nature of distance time graph for uniform and non-uniform motion? For uniform and non-uniform motion. Okay, what is the answer? Okay, the answer is just this. You look at this. Uniform motion, the graph should look like this, a straight line with increasing slope. For non-uniform motion, it can be any shape. Okay, any shape which doesn't intersect. It should not intersect. Okay, it should be a free drawing curve. Okay, that's all. So the answer to first question is the graph 1 and the graph 2. That's all. Uniform motion, non-uniform motion. If this is clear, click on the S icon. Okay, if you understood answer to this question, click on the S icon. So those who did not understand or whatever, okay, you can just let me know after the class. That is, I told the timing no. After 5:15, I'll give you a chance to speak. Okay. So you see the question. The question is, what is the nature of distance? Whenever they ask nature of distance time graph, that means they are expecting you to draw the shape. Okay, the shape of the graph and show the answer. Okay, the answer to the first question is this. Okay, uh, the number 1 that I have circled here and the number 2. Okay, these are the two things. That's all. Okay, very simple, very easy. You just have to practice. Do not give up. Then the second question is, I just zoom in properly. From the VT graph alongside, what can be inferred? Means what can you understand from the VT graph? Where is the VT graph? This side may what you can see the graph along the side, the straight line parallel to x-axis. What can you understand from this? Okay, what can you understand from this? So look at this graph carefully, and I'm going to show you our VT graph. Where is our VT graph? Yes. So what can you understand from the graph having straight line parallel to x-axis? You can see that it is uniform motion. Okay, uniform. I put a tick mark. Okay, the answer to second question. The answer to second question is uniform motion or same velocity. Same velocity. The object is traveling with same velocity. Okay, the answer to second question, okay, that is, from the VT graph, what can be inferred? We can interpret that the object is moving with same velocity. Full stop. It is a uniform motion. You just write these two words, uniform motion. That's all. Full marks. Full marks for you. Okay. Very easy, very simple. Second question answer, uniform motion. If you want, I can just write it. I don't mind. Question 1, distance time graph. So they are asked to draw the nature of graph for uniform motion. I'm just doing the rough freehand diagram. You do properly. Straight line. That's all. First question. Then they had also asked us to draw the graph for non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion. Okay, so in non-uniform motion, it can be of any shape. Doesn't matter. Any shape. Ashte. Finished. First question over. Second question. So they had shown the velocity time graph which looked like this. Okay, velocity on y-axis, time on x-axis. a straight line parallel to x-axis. What can we understand from this? Okay, so the answer is uniform motion. That's all. Two words, two words, full marks. Okay, but try to write in the form of a sentence. Okay, like this: the object is moving with constant velocity. That's all. Okay, finished. This is our second question. Okay, so let us see some more. Okay, so now question number 3, slightly tricky question. That's all, not at all difficult. They're asking, make a velocity time graph from the following displacement time graph. That is this one. There's a small printing error. On the y-axis, you can see that they have printed distance. That is not distance, that is displacement. That is displacement. Okay. On the x-axis, it is time. We have to convert this displacement time graph into velocity time graph, okay. This is level 2, slightly difficult question. You can consider this as HOTS, higher order thinking skills, where you just have to understand and then do it. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? Okay, so watch carefully what is there on the x-axis and the y-axis. You have time and you have displacement. Sorry. Okay, when time is 2 seconds, the displacement is 10. Okay, you can see there's a point. When time is 4 seconds, displacement is 20. When time is 6 seconds, displacement is 30. Okay, I told no, displacement and distance time graph, they are very similar, 95% similar. Okay, so over here, let us convert this graph into velocity time graph. I'm going to do the same graph over here so that you can understand better. Okay, so this is my displacement. Okay, so please write whatever I am writing on the screen, on my pad. Okay, so that you do not get, don't watch as if you're watching a movie. Okay, so please use your pen, pencil, notebook, and you also write. Okay, so displacement versus time graph. This was the graph which they had given, time, and this is displacement. It was straight like this, and we had 2, 4, 6, and here 10, 20, 30. Okay, so let us see. 10, 20, 30. So the points were this. This is 1 point, 2 point, 3 point. Okay, so points were 2, 10. Okay, you can see the first point I'm marking it as A, 2, 10. Okay, I'm going to mark the point B as 4, 20. Okay, so I know that this is a graph of uniform motion. This is a graph of uniform motion. And remember what we learned in the distance time graph. Okay, or the same thing goes with displacement time graph also. So when you have such type of curve or graph, slope, if you find the slope, we will get velocity. Slope of displacement time graph, slope of displacement time graph, okay, will give us velocity. Okay, will give us velocity. So I'm gonna do the slope. Okay, slope is y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. Okay, this is, I'm gonna write all the things so that you won't get confused. x1, y1 for first point. Okay, so x2, y2. So when I just solve, okay, so what will I get? I will get slope. And what is slope? Velocity. Who told? In the yesterday's class we discussed. Okay, so you just open back the notes and watch out. Okay, or once you log into LMS system, you can just download whatever I'm writing here. No, at the end of the class I'll upload there. All this color thing, whatever you can see, I'm going to upload it over there. You can just download from there or like whatever. Okay. So y2 minus y1 is 20 minus 10 divided by x2 minus x1. That is 4 minus 2. So what is our answer? 10 by 2, that is 5. What is the unit of velocity? Meter per second. Okay, so hence our velocity will be 5 meter per second. Okay, and look at our interpretation. This is graph of uniform motion. Uniform motion means what? Same speed or same velocity throughout the journey, same velocity. Okay, so now I know this critical information that the velocity is 5 meter per second and the velocity is same. Why? Because it is uniform motion. Uniform motion. See, I'm underlining with a box. I made a box also. Uniform motion. And hence, in the next page, okay, so if you have written this, you just click on S icon. If you have written this, click on the S icon. Okay, please write. I honestly suggest you to write. Don't simply watch. Please write. Okay, at least your brain, your hand, everything will work and you will understand better. Okay, you can write. Okay, you can please write and solve so it's better. Okay, so next, when I do convert the graph, okay, so this time I'm gonna put time on the x-axis, velocity on the y-axis. Okay, and now I already know the units. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, and here whatever it was. Okay, I'm just gonna mark it as 5, 10, 15. Okay, and I know the velocity is how much? 5. Okay, because I found out the slope, and from the slope I can see that the velocity is 5. Okay, so hence I will draw a straight line. I will draw a straight line parallel to x-axis. I'll draw a straight line parallel to x-axis. Okay, and hence this is our velocity time graph. Okay, and this is our uniform motion. Okay, this is our uniform motion graph of VT. Okay, that is velocity time graph. Why? Because here you see same velocity throughout the journey, same velocity, that is 5 meter per second. Okay, so hence this is how you will solve the question. I will do one more question and then we can take doubts. Okay, we can take doubts. Okay, fine. So last question. Okay, after that we will take doubts. Okay, so let us see one question based on either the second important point that we learned yesterday in VT graph, that is the area of the VT graph gives us distance or displacement. Okay, you look at question number 4. What is question number 4? how how do we measure magnitude of displacement from a VT curve? Okay, how do we measure magnitude of displacement from a VT curve? What is the answer for question number 4? One word answer: area. The area under the VT graph gives us distance or displacement. Okay, so remember, even yesterday also we had done these important things. Okay, area under VT means velocity time graph. Area under VT graph gives distance or magnitude of displacement. Magnitude of displacement. Magnitude of displacement. Okay, so now you can see even yesterday also I had written that point. Okay, yesterday also I had written the point where over here the first slide yesterday, the slope. indicates acceleration, area indicates distance or magnitude of displacement. You just have to remember these things. If you remember all these things, trust me, everything is easy. It's bloody easy. Okay, you just have to revise regularly and make sure you practice. Okay, so question number 4 is area. Okay, so now let us see how do we find the area. Fifth question, watch carefully, is an interesting question. Okay, an important question. Like this question only you can expect in the exam. Okay, find the displacement of a body whose velocity time graph is shown alongside. Okay, that means this graph. Okay, we have to find the displacement of the body of the entire area of the entire graph. If you find the area, you will get the answer. Okay, so I'm gonna make the same graph in the slide, and we'll just find the area. We'll just find the area, that's all. Okay, so now let us solve this question number 5. Okay, that is using this graph. Okay, so using this graph, so I'm just going to quickly draw this graph, and we just have to find the area of the graph. If I find the area of the graph, then we will get the answer. Question number 5. Okay, so the graph looks like this. So we have time on x-axis as usual, and we have velocity on y-axis. Okay, so it was having the units 2, 4, 6, 8, and then what was there on the x-axis? 5, 10. Okay, fine. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so now I'm just going to use a different color. Okay, so I'm just marking all the points, and then we can start solving. Okay, so now if you carefully observe, this is the graph. Okay, so now just watch this graph, that's all. Watch this graph carefully. So I have to find the area. Okay, the area of VT graph gives displacement. Okay, if you find the area of the VT graph, that means we'll get our answer. Okay, area of VT graph is our answer. Okay, so if I just mark these points like this, O, A, B, C. Okay, O, A, B, C. So now you can just carefully observe. I'm just marking in green color. Okay, so this whole thing becomes our triangle. Okay, so this whole things becomes our triangle. I'm going to take this point as 12. Okay, the height. So now there are two triangles, and I'm going to mark it as red color for the rectangle. Okay, the red color is our rectangle. This pura red color box is our rectangle. The green color ones are my triangles. Okay, so over here I will write like this. I will just mark this as x and y. Okay, so the combined area is area of the triangle, OAX plus area of the rectangle ABXY plus area of triangle YBC. That's all. Okay, so what is area of OAX? Half base into height. What is area of the rectangle? So that is length into breadth. Area of triangle YBC, half base into height. Okay, so now what is our base? our base is this one. I've done in yellow color. You can see our base is 2 units 2. And what is the height? What is the height of the triangle? 12. I took it as 12. Okay. So 12. That was in the graph. If you carefully see, observe the graph, you will see that it is 12, not 12.5, 12. Take it as 12. Okay. Plus, what is the length? Okay. What is the length of the rectangle? I'm marking in white color. White color. You can see white color. Okay. How much is that? So that is 8 minus 2, which is 6 units. Okay. How did I get 6? The entire thing from O till this Y is 8. But I just want only from X to Y. Okay. The distance X and Y is how much? 8 minus 2, 6 units. Okay. 6 units. And what is the breadth? 12. Okay. The same thing goes for our displacement, sorry, for the area of the triangle YBX. Okay. Half base is 2, height is 12. Okay. So now I'll just calculate everything. So I'll get 2 and 2 cancel. I'll get 12 plus 6 12s are 72 plus 12. Okay. So how much is that total? That is our answer. 70, 80, 96. Okay. 96 units. Okay. 96 units. Okay. Or you can just write it as 96 meters, because the unit of displacement or the unit of distance is meter. So you just write in the meter. That's all. Don't write meter square and all that. Here I don't want units of area. I want units of displacement. That is what we will get once we find the area. Displacement ka unit you should put. Okay. So hence, if we add total, you will get the answer as 96. Okay. So I will end my teaching here. Now I am open for doubts. Okay. So please write this down first. Okay. And then I will disable the chat. More than that, I will allow you to unmute and talk. Whoever is having queries, just raise your hand. Okay. You just raise your hand. I'll give you a chance to talk. Okay. So the answer to this question is 96 meter. Okay. That is the question number 5. Okay. Find the displacement of the body whose velocity time graph is shown alongside. For this graph, that is question number 5, our answer is 96 meters. Okay. So all you have to do is just find the area. Okay. Like the way we did it. Okay. So I'm going to keep this slide on like this, and I'll be taking some doubts. Okay. So, and be specific. Okay. So let us stick to the topic. If you want to ask me something about other irrelevant things, you can send me via WhatsApp. This topic, today's class, if you have doubts, I'm very happy to clarify. Okay. So let us start with the first person. Okay. That is Shiva Yogi. You can talk. Hello. Shiva Yogi, you can talk. If you don't want to talk, then I will give the chance to somebody else. Or you can send me via chat also. Okay, you can send me via chat also. Okay, so the next person is Yesh. Yes, talk.
Hello.
Yes, hello Yesh.
Sir, how are you, sir?
I am fine, man. I'm fine.
Sir, can you give Jayant sir's number, sir?
Okay, I'll put it in the chat box later. Don't you just WhatsApp me, I'll tell. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Anything subject related doubt you have?
No, sir.
No? Okay, good. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Okay, so next after Yash, Sai Kiran.
Hello.
Yes, I can. Hello.
Sir, I had doubt that how did you find that height 12 units, sir?
If you see the graph over here, I'll just zoom in.
Yes.
Wait. So you can see that the dotted line on the line BC. Okay. So that is in between 10 and 15. In between 10 and 15. Okay. Of course, I could have taken the midpoint of 10 and 15. That is 12.5. Okay. That is 12.5. I just took the whole number. Okay. I just took the whole number for easy calculations. In the exam, they would have given, see, scale is not mentioned. If the scale is mentioned, I would have just gone with the scale. Okay, so that is why I specifically announced that I'm taking it as 12. I mentioned also I'm taking it as 12. In my diagram, I wrote there also it is 12. Okay,
Yes, sir.
fine, convinced? No?
Yes, sir. Yes, got.
Okay,
Got it.
good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, welcome. Okay, Sai Kiran over. Next, Shweta.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening.
Sir, I had to ask that area of velocity time graph gives distance or displacement, sir.
So you see properly what I wrote. Since this is our graphs, it cannot tell us the directions as such. Okay, so it will give us the magnitude of displacement or distance.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you see what I wrote. I'm just showing the same screen. Area under BT graph gives distance or magnitude of displacement.
Displacement.
Okay, magnitude of displacement. Be very specific. Okay, both of these are correct. If they ask you to find distance
sir.
also, you have to find area. If they ask you to find magnitude of displacement also, you have to find area. Okay,
Area.
clear?
Yes. Yes, sir.
You
Thank
just
you, sir.
read the statement, remember the statement.
Yes, sir.
Distance or magnitude of the, you know what is magnitude? What is magnitude?
It is the measurement of the distance traveled, sir.
Magnitude is just a numerical value. Magnitude is numerical value. Suppose if I take 10 kg, okay, if I take 10 kg, what is the numerical value?
10 kg means 10, sir.
Aste. Okay, so magnitude, we just take only the numerical value. If I just tell it as plus 10 newtons, sorry, I'll take it as plus 5. I'll take it as plus 5 newtons. So what is your magnitude?
Magnitude means plus means right side.
No, you just tell the magnitude. Magnitude and rain. What is magnitude?
It is a numerical value means it is 5, sir. 5
Aste,
newtons.
that's all. You should remember that. I did not ask you sign. I said clearly magnitude means numerical value. Means here you just have to tell 5. Don't tell me other things. Okay, that's all. Like the way you
Yes.
told here 10 kg, magnitude means 10. Here also same thing. Plus 5 Newton,
5 Newton.
magnitude means 5. That's all. Okay. So area under BT graph gives us only the quantity, the measurement value. It won't tell us the direction. Okay, so hence I will write it as magnitude of displacement or distance Okay, clear? Or
Yes,
not
sir.
convinced? Clear? Sure?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, anything else is there?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so Shweta over. Next we have Sandesh. Yes, Sandesh.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Sandesh. Talk.
Hello.
Hello.
So whenever I log into the Avant LMS, sir, it is saying that your account has locked.
So what you should do on the screen, I will write sir's number. You should contact sir. Okay, that's all.
Okay,
Whatever related to Avanti doubts you have, teaching or concept doubts, ask me. Okay. You did not understand velocity or motion, everything you ask me. Apart from teaching, whatever doubts you have, ask Giant sir. You want Giant sir's number, I'll put it in the WhatsApp group. You take it from him. Whatever, who is Avanti, what is Avanti, all those, anything you have, you ask sir. Okay. That is better. Correct?
Sorry, sir.
Motion related doubts you have? This chapter
No, sir.
related doubts? No? Okay. Good one.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Welcome. Okay. Sandesh over. So next we have Akshata. Akshata.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, Akshata.
Sir, I actually wanted to ask you the formula y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. How does that give you the slope?
If you really want to know the derivation, no? Okay, so there is this chapter called Straight Lines, 11th standard mathematics, chapter number 8. Okay, so there you will learn in detail about straight lines, where there's this formula y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, all this we don't want. You just have to remember that slope, when all this after derivation and everything, it is just given by rise by run. Okay, or how much it is increase in the y-axis. Okay, so that is y-axis change in y-axis. I'll just write it as like this. You will somehow down the line remember like this: delta y by delta x. Delta is change in the y-axis, that is vertical, and change in the x-axis. Okay, and that gives you the slope of the curve. Okay, so like this, if there's a graph like this, okay, watch carefully. This is my delta y. Okay, so this is my delta y, this is my delta x. Okay, how much there was an increase in the height divided by how much there was an increase in the whatever width, the x-axis. Okay, so that will give you the slope. So in simple, you can just write y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1.
Yes, sir.
Or did I confuse you?
No, sir. But according to Pythagoras theorem, squaring should be done, right? And
So
the whole.
here we are not using Pythagoras theorem, unfortunately. Everywhere you can't use.
Yes, sir.
This comes into a different topic itself. I told no, straight lines, 11th standard mathematics, 8th chapter, I have written the formula also.
Yes, sir.
Y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, where this m is our slope. Okay, this is the intercept. You will learn 11th standard. Wait.
Yes, sir.
Now remember, slope is delta y by delta x. That's all. Or y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, and the velocity time graph, the area under the slope will give you the displacement.
No.
Magnitude of displacement.
Correct. Be very correct. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Correct answer you should tell. Don't simply tell one word or two words. Complete answer.
Yes, sir. So how does it give you the magnitude of displacement? Like,
what is velocity formula?
Yeah, velocity formula is displacement upon time.
Correct.
And
so now watch carefully.
So yes, sir. Time gets cancelled. You get displacement.
No. You look at the screen. I'm writing something. Velocity is equal to displacement by time. In a VT graph, what do you have? You have velocity and you have time. Okay. So when I multiply velocity and time, what do I get?
Displacement.
That's exactly what we're doing in area.
Yes, sir. I understood that, but if we are not looking at the units, if we're just looking at the graph and if you're seeing it practically, how does it happen?
So if you look at practically only, no? Okay, so you have to understand that the graph is just a representation of that practical data. Okay, whatever happened practically only, no? If I represent that in the form of a graph, that day remember, I showed the graph of coronavirus, correct or wrong?
Yes, sir.
So you just represent the data, practical data, in the form of graph. So where I mentioned the units, okay, and even if you look at the units, this is meter per second and this is second. When you multiply, you will get the units also in terms of meter only.
Yes, sir.
It's a unit of displacement.
Yes, sir.
Not convincing?
Not really, sir.
What exactly? I just give you 1 more minute. If you really did not understand further, we can discuss it after the class. You can just send me via WhatsApp. Ask me once again. I'll give you some other different logic. Okay. What is the doubt?
Yes, sir.
Ask the question again.
So now, how does the area enclosed under the slope give the magnitude of displacement?
So if this is the graph, the area enclosed under the graph, I'll take the full area. Okay. So this is my complete area. So now, what does this area tell us? Okay. How are you finding this area, by the way? So when I do half base into height, okay, what is base? Like, what exactly is base?
Base is the time.
Exactly, correct, no? So then what am I getting in height?
Velocity.
Correct. So what exactly are you doing over here? Forget about half. You look into the other two things. What exactly are you doing here?
Time into velocity.
So what does time into velocity give you? I put a box
Displacement.
blue color. Exactly. That is what we are doing.
Yes, sir.
Every time, whatever it is. Here it was just a triangle. In the other case, it can be rectangle or
Yes,
any
sir.
random shape. Okay, but whatever the shape is, you always multiply. You always multiply. And what are you multiplying? You're always multiplying time with velocity,
Yes, sir.
which in turn will give you displacement itself.
Yes, sir.
Convincing? No?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Better?
Yes, sir. Thank you
Okay.
very much, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Okay, so the next, sorry, I'm just taking first those who have raised their hands. So those who are sending via chat, no, I will reply. Just give me some more time. Okay, so now next to Swayam. Talk Swayam.
Good morning, sir. Good evening, sir. Sorry. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, Swayam. Yes.
Sir, will you upload this worksheet in the group?
I will do everything in the LMS itself.
In only LMS, sir?
Yeah, you can take it from there. They'll send you all links and just wait for a couple of days or
Yes, sir.
something. They will upload everything properly and they will
Yes.
send you an email
Yes.
that you can download whatever, then you can do.
Yes. Then I have a doubt, sir. Like in the fifth question, in that rectangle AB XY, why did you take, why did you subtract 8 minus 2, sir?
Where? Over here.
Yes,
Okay. You see, I just want only the length of the rectangle. Okay. What
Yes.
is length of the rectangle? Watch carefully. I'm doing in yellow color line. Can you see?
Yes.
Yellow color line. Okay. I just want only the length of the rectangle. How
Yes.
much is that
Sir.
length? Can you tell me how much is that length?
Length, no ideas.
You watch carefully. From 2 it starts.
Yes.
Okay. And where does it end?
8.
So from 2 to 4, how many units?
2 units.
2. From 4 to 6, how many units?
2.
From 6 to 8, how many units?
2.
How much is total now?
6.
And that's what I wrote.
Yes.
Okay. You understood?
Yes.
Anything else is there?
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Welcome. Okay. So I am over. Next, Varun. Okay. Varun, faster.
Sure.
Talk. Yes, talk, Varun.
Hello.
Hello.
Sir, what are the four types of VT graphs?
I should know. You were not there.
Sir, I did not copy. Yes, sir.
Not copy. I'll just quickly show. Take a photo. Okay. Bega. Can you see the screen? Can you see the screen, Varun?
Sir, no, sir.
Arey,
Yes, sir. Now I can see.
Okay. So take this photo.
Yes, sir, I took.
Wait, one more graph is there. Take this also.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes. Okay, so I'll just take one more last. Your Mohit sir will continue the class. Okay, see others, whoever, I could not do. Okay, please send me WhatsApp. I'm even ready to clarify your doubts using WhatsApp. Please send WhatsApp. Okay. Next, Amaya, first.
Sir, I didn't understood slope formula. How did it came and all?
You don't have to understand. I told the previous thing also, no? You just remember y2 minus y1. See, when I was explaining to the other student, I told no here. Therefore, in 11th standard, there's this chapter called straight lines. Okay, so there you want to understand the derivation and all that you will learn. Okay, so
Okay,
here
sir.
you just have to know that slope is equal to y2 minus y1 and divided by x2 minus x1. That's all. Just take 2 points, take their y coordinates, take their x coordinates, substitute in this formula, your answer, you will get it. Aste.
Okay, sir.
In the exam,
Sir.
nobody will ask you to derive slope because it is there in 11th standard, not now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you just
Sir,
have to calculate this.
Sir, this slope formula tells only length between 2 points which we have chosen, sir.
Not exactly the length. So it will just tell you different quantities depending on the type of graph. Okay, it will just tell you how steep it is. Okay, so technically it will tell you how steep, how much inclined it is. I told you for DT graph. Okay, the slope will tell you speed. Okay, for displacement time graph, the slope will tell you velocity. For VT graph, the slope will tell you acceleration. Okay, so
Yes,
different
sir.
graphs, different quantities. Amaya, I really want you to read my notes first.
Sir, I read, sir, but that slope formula tells only between 2 points steepness, sir.
That's all we want. That's all we want. Why do you care about so many other points?
No,
Because
sir, I thought on full.
the slope we always calculate for straight lines. The slope we always calculate for straight lines. Okay, so that is whenever we have graph which is uniform nature. Whichever we have uniform nature, that means whenever the graph is of like this type. Okay, so at that point of time, you just have to consider only the slope of that line. That is sufficient.
Okay, sir.
Anything else is there?
No, sir.
Okay,
Thank
fine.
you, sir.
So it's welcome. So like it's too much. Okay, so all other, I have Prithvi and Vinayak. Okay, so I'm really sorry. Okay, so now Mohit sir has to take class. It's almost 5:50. Okay, so both of you, Prithvi, Vinayak, send me your doubts in WhatsApp, and all those who sent chat in the last few minutes, you also please send me the same doubt in chat. Okay, so tomorrow we'll solve some more questions and we'll dive into the topic equations of motion. Okay, so thank you so much. I'll just hand it over to Mohit sir. He will continue.